7:45 now. Air Force One touches down in a matter of hours, and our coverage of today's big presidential visit continues this morning with more on the message Louisiana lawmakers hope to convey to the president. Congressman Joseph Gow joins us this morning with your thoughts. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
A lot of folks really not happy about how long the president is staying in town, just 4 hours. What are your thoughts?
I believe that the extent of the president's stay is not as important as how well his administration has been working with us in the last 8 or 9 months. They have worked extremely well with us to push all the recovery projects forward with FEMA, with HUD, with education. So it's the work of the secretaries and the work of the administration itself, to me, is more important than the length of the president's visit.
So you think the cabinet members coming to town, I believe 35 visits really over the last year or so, you think that's been enough to really get the ball rolling on some of these projects?
Well, as you have seen, just since February until now, FEMA has pushed out over $1 billion in recovery money, and then we are looking at the projects are moving very, very quickly, and also with respect to education, we are moving that forward also. So I believe that with the president, I'm pretty sure that he's well informed by all of the secretaries, by his staff, and the length of the president's visit, even though I would like it for it to be longer, but I don't think it's as important as getting all the secretaries together, get them to work together to move everything forward.
Okay, Rob Masson is actually live at the airport waiting for the president to arrive in town a little bit later, and we're going to bring Rob in right now to talk a little bit about this too. Rob?
Good morning, Congressman. A lot of people are saying that it's really not about the length of time the president stays in New Orleans, but it's about his grasping all of the issues. We just talked to Congressman Steve Scalise, who said it was clear to him that the administration really didn't understand this whole pump to the river concept, which was not approved for funding recently. Have you noticed anything in particular that shows you that the administration doesn't have a firm grasp of the issues that we're facing here in the New Orleans area?
Well, just from speaking with the secretaries, with Napolitano, as well as the Secretary of HUD and Education, I believe that they have a very firm grasp of what's going on. With respect to coastal restorations, obviously the issue of either option 1, option 2, or 2A is still somewhat of a contentious issue on the Hill, whether or not we need a legislative fix to get that done. We are looking at various ways to bring the sufficient amount of money for us to build option 2 or 2A. But at this particular point, the Army Corps of Engineers is only authorized to build option 1.
So what's it going to take to get this resolved? Because, I mean, you look at this and say, okay, it's been 4 years. It's been more than 4 years. There are a lot of folks who don't understand that this resolution has not happened yet.
Well, right now, the Corps is authorized and funded for option 1. And based on some of the legislations that we have reviewed, in order for to do option 2 or 2A, there needs to be legislations from Congress. So we are looking at that right now. I know that we've worked with Senator Mary Landrieu, as well. I believe we have also spoken to Senator David Vitter's office to see how we can get this thing done. But at this point, the Corps has not been authorized to do 2 or 2A.
Okay, I believe Rob Masson has another question for us live from the airport. Rob?
Congressman, a lot of people waiting to see something happen with Charity Hospital. Are you satisfied that his secretaries have a grasp on those issues, or do you think the president may have benefited from a visit there to kind of see what the medical needs of the community are?
Well, with respect to Charity Hospital, I know that we are asking for $492 million, and whether or not the issue here is how much damage did Charity suffer. And if it's more than 50%, then obviously FEMA is obligated to replace Charity. I believe that they are, like a lot of people, have to contend with whether or not the structure itself is over 50% damage, because if it is, then they have to pay as the law requires. And I hope that when we go through the arbitration process, we can resolve that issue quite quickly.
All right, Congressman Joseph Gow, thanks so much for being here this morning. I know you have a very busy day ahead.
Thank you.
Appreciate you stopping by. Chris?